Welcome to Chapter 4. In this chapter, we're going to look at enhancing reading skills in early years and what are the activities and strategies or materials you can include to have children get inclined towards reading skills. And also, what does research talk about early reading skills? So let us talk about how well are you as a reader. Not everyone is inclined towards reading. Some people, and these are the skills that we intend to develop time and again. Some people also can develop later in the stage, but only when there is a purpose behind it. So for children, reading is not just an aspect for literacy, but reading also allows them to look at or build their perception around the world, people, characters, social emotional development, their approach, a self-awareness, distinguish themselves from others, and a lot of other key developmental areas. What materials and things that you must have for that? Of course, the storybooks, picture books, storybooks in different forms. Many parents, when I interact with them, they say that, we need to try out new stories because they've been doing the same stories over and over again. But children enjoy the stories they already know. And the learning levels or the amount of learning holistically is possible when children have sense of belongingness to that particular thing, book, material. So if in one story there is a bear that is making a mistake and trying to solve the problem that he's encountering, and when they reread it, they can also talk about what would they do if they were in the place of that bear or the wolf, right? That's how we participate in making children like to read, right? But there has to be a purpose. There has to be some factor that makes them like to read. Have them take an initiative to go to the book area and pick one book and read to you or give it to you. Hey, please read this for me. Sometimes I've seen toddlers, they pick the book and give it to the adult in front of them, and they non-verbally express that, please read this book to me. Let's do it together. So they like to hear around. So first and foremost, having storybooks like board books, big picture books, story cards. There are cards where there's sequence given of the stories. So children read one after the other. And in that, there is a scope of talking and opportunity to explore more social and emotional development areas that you want children to experience. Right from self-awareness to empathy, sense of community, emotions. When you want children to really express well, we have to feed them with those words, experiences and references from stories. And stories are a beautiful way to have children experience that. So this helps children to start and begin to like to read from the idea of a context that, hey, I'm reading because this. So don't worry if children are reading the stories again and again, the same story. There's always a new learning. You'll have a hard time to give new thing to a child because it'll take time for them to settle in. Have some flashcards kept in their play area where the picture story is there. When you are in your daily routine or interacting with child, ensure that you are taking some reference from the story you read the other day and reflect, have conversation on that and build on what do we read today. This definitely allows children to have inclination towards reading, and this will really give you some space where children are engaged in their own work while you can do yours.